I don't know what to do. If I give Spider-Man a bad review, then I can't watch Under the Skin. I'm just so confused.
Hello, Ralph.
Who are you?
I'm the fairy of movie reviews. I'm going to take you on a journey. I'm not here to harm you, Ralph. I'm just here to help you explore the magic of movies.
Let's talk about the good things. There are some people who do like this movie, so I might as well make them feel better about themselves. The problem is, there's only like half a good thing about this movie. Basically, this whole movie was made as an excuse to have this scene. This scene where Gwen Stacy dies. Now, on its own, is this scene good? Yes. Unfortunately, this scene doesn't stand on its own. This scene is buried by 2.5 hours of garbage. So does this scene save the movie? Absolutely not. As a matter of fact, it makes the movie worse. Because you're like, oh, this is when the movie gets good. And then the movie ends. Oh, and by the way, that's the only good thing about this movie. Do you feel better about yourselves now? Good. Now I'm going to get back into the reasons why this movie stinks. And this time I'll try to find real reasons this movie stinks. Because apparently people weren't satisfied with part 1. I basically nitpicked everything. Nitpicked things like the plot and like the music and the directing. Because those things aren't important at all.
Good, got it, great.
The characters. Peter Parker is just as bad as he was in the last movie. He's a selfish asshole. Andrew Garfield is not a good Spider-Man. I'm not saying that he isn't a good actor. He is a fine actor, and I've seen him in plenty of movies where he's given a good performance.
And I'll bet what you hated the most is that they identified me as a co-founder of Facebook, which I am. You better lawyer up, asshole, because I'm not coming back for 30%. I'm coming back for everything.
But he's not a good Peter Parker.
My dad left a briefcase. That's all I got, a briefcase full of junk.
Spider-Man just lets people die.
Hey, my name is Spider-Man. You can call me Webhead, you can call me Amazing, just don't call me late for dinner, you get it?
You could have arrested him right there. Instead, you let him keep going. And you let him run over dozens of people.
Let me help you out with that. Oh, coming through!
Why didn't you just stop him there? Then we get into Gwen Stacy. She's a generic love interest. And that's it. Then there's Electro. And his character is confusing. I've already discussed this. He's a nerd who loves Spider-Man, works at Oscorp, and no one gives a shit about him. Then he falls into a vat of electric eels and becomes Electro. And then he hates Spider-Man because Spider-Man did something to him.
You set me up.
No, I didn't set you up!
You lied to me.
So then he tries to kill Spider-Man by taking out the power. He wants to be a god. Like, I don't know. Then we get into the worst character in the whole film. Harry.
Okay.
This kid isn't a bad actor either. I've seen him in quite a few things and he's always been pretty good. But Dane DeHaan is terrible in this movie.
He was bitten by one of those things and it worked. I don't know how, and I don't know why, but he can do everything else a spider can.
Dear God. I could make a montage of how he butchers lines.
You gotta admit though, things have gotten crazy around here, man. Giant lizards and spider guys. Just one guy, just one Spider-Man. Or woman, we don't know. For sure.
Whatever, dude. He wears spandex to rescue kittens from trees.
What? So since he gives such a bad performance, I cannot take this character seriously.
That is the Osborn way. Whatever's inconvenient around here, just get rid of it, right?
But adding on to his terrible performance, the character's motivation is awful, and he is basically a generic villain. He wants Spider-Man's blood because he has a disease, and he thinks Spider-Man's blood is going to make him feel better, and so he tries to kill Spider-Man. But then he's also the head of Oscorp, but he's kicked out. But then he comes back.
What is all this stuff?
The future.
And he takes the Green Goblin suit because he thinks it'll make him feel better, cure his disease or something. Then it just makes him look like a meth head. The lack of action and Spider-Man. Another reason I could understand someone liking a movie like this is because they like the action. The people who flock to the Transformers movies, at least I know what they're there for. They are there to see action, and they get plenty of it.
Oh my God!
I don't think any of those movies are good, but they get what they want. They're happy, I'm happy I didn't have to see it, and the people who made the movie are happy they got their money. Everyone's happy. If I go to see a Spider-Man movie and the story is shit, then at least I want some good action. The first action scene is kind of cool, but it's the only entertaining action scene in the whole movie, and it follows this scene. So after seeing a plane crash, I'm not really in the mood to see this. There is one action scene in the middle, which stinks, and there's one action scene at the end, which also stinks. Because instead of it being an action scene, the brilliant score by Pharrell Williams made it into a music video.
I'm telling you, riveting, that's an understatement.
I hate this song.
This movie is 2.5 hours long, and Spider-Man is barely in it. I'm going to count. There's 2 minutes of Spider-Man in the opening. About 20 minutes in, there's about 4 minutes of Spider-Man. At 53 minutes and 30 seconds in, there's 7 minutes of Spider-Man. And then at an hour and 51 minutes, there's about 10 minutes of Spider-Man. That's 23 minutes of Spider-Man in a movie that's 2.5 hours long. The Sony Vaio computers have more screen time than Spider-Man. This movie should have been straightforward. Instead, it is a convoluted mess, and therefore, we don't get any Spider-Man screen time. I'm not a fanboy who's complaining that there isn't enough Spider-Man in this movie. What I'm trying to say is that this movie sucks, and if Spider-Man was in it more, then I would have been more forgiving. Iron Man is barely in Iron Man 3. Batman is barely in The Dark Knight Rises. But both of those movies are entertaining, and those characters have arcs throughout the film. And when the superheroes do show up in those films, the action is awesome, and I leave the theater satisfied. Do you get it? Can I move on? Awful special effects. So this movie has a bad story. The characters are bad. The action is bad. The acting is bad. Spider-Man is barely in it, but are the effects at least good? Oh my god. Between the design of Electro, which just makes me want to shove forks in my eyes, to the design of the Green Goblin, which makes me want to shoot up a school bus full of children, the effects in this movie are rape to my eyes. Alright, they're not that bad, but they're so uninspired and fake looking. At this day and age, I expect good special effects. I'll be forgiving with movies in 1980. I just recently rewatched Star Wars, and those special effects look more realistic than this.
For the space-age dogfight, detailed models are used. With the computer controls developed especially for Star Wars, it was possible to film the elements for this sequence with a freedom never before exercised in motion picture production. To effect attacks on the model by the rebel planes, explosions are sometimes triggered by primitive mechanisms. Similarly, the miniature planes are wired with small charges. It took 2 years and $3.5 million to do the Star Wars miniature and optical effects.
This looks like a video game. You look at the design of Electro, and all I can think about is Dr. Manhattan. He looks pretty much exactly like Dr. Manhattan, and they even do similar things. So now instead of being invested in the scene, I'm thinking back to Watchmen, and how much more I enjoyed that movie. That movie isn't great, but it's better than this. When you're making a shit movie and effects remind me of other movies, I get taken out of your movie. Special effects are a big deal, and you should try to make them look real. Saying that a movie has bad special effects isn't a nitpick. It's a glaring problem, as a matter of fact. Look at the Hobbit movies compared to the Lord of the Rings movies. In Lord of the Rings, everything looks real, and what special effects there were in the film look real enough, and is probably the best they could do at the time. Special effects are a big deal, and if you can't make them look real, then try to do it in real life.
Try to develop a style that was a Spider-Man-like style, didn't want it to be kung fu, didn't want it to be gymnastics. It really had to have Spider-Man's signature on it.
The Goblin himself was also built as a digital character for the broader flying sequences, where he's fully animated to look like he's manipulating his glider through a method of weight shifting.
The plane scene. Electro turns off the power. Therefore, the air traffic control people can't guide the planes. Then there are two planes that are about to hit each other. And we go, oh no, two planes are gonna hit each other. But then Spider-Man turns the power back on and the planes miss each other. This one scene alone is enough to ruin the entire movie, and I'm going to explain why. For those of you who like this movie, hear out my logic, and maybe you'll think about it. Number one, this scene has nothing to do with anything else going on. In the middle of a dramatic battle between Electro and Spider-Man and Green Goblin, and Green Goblin and Gwen Stacy, and Gwen Stacy and Electro, we get thrusted into this situation, and we don't know any of these people! We cut to a random air traffic control unit, and then these random planes in the air. And we're expected to care about them. This has nothing to do with anything else going on, and it has no impact on Spider-Man as a character or the story at all. This is another 5 minutes of the movie that could be cut out and nothing would be missing. Is this supposed to be like an artistic thing? Like Peter Parker's parents died in a plane crash? So in this scene, the stakes are higher because we think there's gonna be a plane crash again or something? It's artsy. I just don't get it.
We try to deal with some universal things. I mean, this movie, when I think about it, it's about time. It's about the nature of time and valuing the time you have with the ones you love. And the first shot of the movie is a clock, and the last action sequence takes place in the clock tower. And that's something that is hopefully people will, if they're not aware of it intellectually, hopefully they'll be aware of it on some deeper subconscious level.
Screw your artsy bullshit. This is a summer movie. This isn't the Holy Mountain.
Unless you have some deeper meaning under the surface, it will get washed away. And we tried.
Number two, 9/11. Now, I make a lot of 9/11 jokes, I know that. But that's because I joke about everything. But the cheapest thing a movie or a story in general can do is emotionally manipulate you with real-world tragedies. There's this movie called Remember Me, and most of it isn't that bad. But at the end of the movie, for absolutely no reason, we find out that Robert Pattinson is actually in the World Trade Center on September 11th. That's the twist. It's meant to be a powerful moment, and it's meant to make the audience cry, because 9/11 was sad. This is bullshit. And if any movie does this ever, I automatically drop the score to a 1. It is pathetic. If you're gonna make a movie about 9/11, then make a movie about 9/11. And let me know it's a movie about 9/11. Don't pull some stupid bullshit out of your ass and go, you're supposed to feel sad now because 9/11 was sad. That is exactly what this scene is doing. I am not stretching here. Look at it.
LaGuardia, tower immediately to heading 280.
Sir, there are 2 inbound flights on intersecting paths.
No, time to impact.
4.5 minutes?
What other point does this scene serve? They thought the movie wasn't powerful enough. Now, was I affected by 9/11? Not really. And if someone makes a clever 9/11 joke, then I really don't have a problem with it. I'll tell you one right now. What's Osama bin Laden's favorite football team? The New York Jets. That's not what this scene is doing. The scene is here because the movie is so shitty and so not powerful that they had to write in some nonsense to make me feel something. And that is the worst thing you could do. This scene is corny, pointless, and offensive. This whole film is just pathetic. This film is a terrible waste of time, money, and effort. I am so happy for you if you enjoyed it. I'm so happy that you could watch this film and see something to like in it, because what I had to sit through was agony. As someone who loves film, this is the pinnacle of laziness and shittiness. Everything about this movie is bad, and considering how much money was thrown at it, that just makes it even worse for me. Spider-Man as a character should not be in the hands of these morons. These worthless producers who have no idea what they're doing and have no understanding of the character. I'm not saying that I have an understanding of the character. I don't read these comics. But from what I've heard and from what I've seen from the previous 3 movies, which are pretty accurate to Spider-Man as a character, this movie does not do its job. It is what a lot of other movies are. Loud, stupid bullshit. And if you can sit through loud, stupid bullshit, I am so happy for you. But I can't.
How's the Spider-Man review going? I want to show you the movie I made for Thanksgiving.
Sure. That's my computer.
Hi, I have AIDS. Cool. This is my brother. We both have Ebola. The only Thanksgiving I know is when the family bleeds out of every pore in their body all day long.
Do you want to come over for Thanksgiving dinner?
No, sorry, I can't come. My parents just died. They got hit by a bus.
I understand. Thanks anyway.
Hello? Oh, okay. Oh, the funeral home just burned down.
So do you want to come over now?
Sure. So, what happened to your mother?
She had pink hair and no eyebrows. So horses thought she was a mannequin and trampled her.
She also beat her Uncle Phil to death in the Grapes of Wrath novel.
That sucks, man. Did you just die?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
This banana reminds me of you.
Mom used to put on banana puppet shows.
I wore this to make you feel better.
Thank you.
I found this one at the orphanage for orphan kids whose parents got killed by buses.
Thanksgiving is all about appreciating what you have. We have nothing.
We have something. We have this banana.
God bless us, everyone.
How was it?
It was good. It was good. Can I watch Under the Skin now?
As soon as I see the review.